Most students still see a college education as a way to land a job, especially in a tough economy. And in Baltimore County, that's why more of them are showing up at community college.
I came here to play soccer and, like I said, get all the easy stuff out of the way and hopefully to transfer to a good 4-year.
Based on enrollment figures just out from CCBC, more than 26,000 students signed up for classes this fall. That's a 10% increase over last year. There's also been a steady growth at the Catonsville campus, where enrollment is up 13% and 9% at both the Essex and Dundalk campuses. Students will be among the first to tell you they're not surprised by the increase or the affordable price tag that goes along with attending community college.
Not at all. I mean, with the way the economy is, of course, everyone's rushing back to school now, and it's just education's key. It's, your way out, and like I said, it just opens up a lot of doors. So it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot more people on campus this year versus last year.
Students John and Megan Young, as a married couple, believe they've made a smart choice.
That's definitely part of my mission. I needed to save some money, so I came here, and then I'm going to go to Morgan when I'm done here.
I'm not surprised. I actually was out of school for a while, and then I decided to go. So I'm assuming with the economy, everybody decided to do the same thing so they can, get more money.
But the school's president is not giving all of the credit to cost and the economy.
We know that it has a lot to do with some of what our folks are doing in marketing, in recruitment, in processing students just as they come in for financial aid, for registration, and so forth.
The challenge now is to find enough classroom space and parking for the record number of students showing up on campus. Tim Tootin, WBAL TV 11 News.
We realize this is a travesty to have happened, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the young girl and her family.
A girl's playtime turned into a serious fight for life Friday afternoon. Baltimore City Police say an officer on patrol was driving south in the 500 block of North Gilmore Street. The girl was playing with friends, and shortly before 3, their worlds collided.
At some point, darted out into the middle of the street from behind a parked van. Again, an officer who was traveling southbound struck her. From what we believe, he never saw her.
Police say the officer hit the girl, but he never had a chance to stop. He didn't see her run out into the street. The girl was rushed to shock trauma. At first, she was listed in serious condition, but by evening, she got worse, and her condition became critical. Police continue to investigate to see who's at fault. In the meantime, a girl must fight to get well, and an officer with 16 years on the force must come to grips with this accident.
Well, physically, he's fine, but mentally, he's distraught. So he probably needs some counseling as a result of this. He feels terrible about what happened, but again, he never saw the young girl from what we know.
For 2 days, students spent part of their lunch break casting ballots for their candidates of choice. This after some heavy campus campaigning.
We gave all the candidates who are running letters, and the girls ran a campaign for their lettered candidate in an effort to get the girls to read the issues.
We tried to, when we hung up the posters, put issues that many of the girls didn't know about, like energy costs and things like that. I learned that it was very stressful because I had the opportunity of being candidate A, and it was hard to get out there and get people to vote for you.
The next round of voting allowed students to choose actual names for governor and U.S. Senate.
I think we learned how important it is based on the issues as opposed to the popularity of names.
Importance of education and schools, funding, crime, things like that.
We got to sort of see both sides of the issue, which I think is important in forming your opinion of a candidate.
In the end, issues help to shape student opinions at the school-based ballot box.
I just learned some facts about each candidate that I really had no idea. A lot of the facts they both agree on, so I was really surprised by that.
You start learning about more issues and, what the actual candidates' beliefs are, and then maybe forming your own beliefs. You're going to read out the vote.
With the voting complete, it was time to count the ballots.
1 vote for Martin O'Malley, 1 vote for Ben Carter, 1 vote for Robert Ehrlich, 1 vote for Michael Steele.
And the winners are?
The defendants charged in the case all practice under the umbrella of Residential Relief Foundation. The FTC alleges that the Halethorpe-based company is a bogus mortgage relief firm, posing as a government assistance program and making deceptive promises to consumers facing foreclosure.
That if consumers purchase their services, they're going to get their loans modified so that their monthly payments will be substantially reduced.
According to court documents, the company initially contacts consumers by mail. The letter includes a seal that looks like the Great Seal of the United States and says the consumer could qualify for a loan modification, resulting in late payments waived, legal fees waived, and a reduced mortgage payment by as much as 40%. The company charges a $1,495 fee up front. But according to the FTC, in most cases, the loan modification never happens.
Interviewed numerous consumers who all report basically nothing getting done. If they want a loan modification, they need to do it themselves. And they're not getting the assistance that was promised from this company.
No one came to the door at the company headquarters in Hillthorpe this afternoon. Early this week, the U.S. District Court of Maryland halted the company's operations and froze its assets. A message posted on the Residential Relief Foundation website explains that the company and sister companies have been placed under a temporary restraining order. Kai Reed reporting for WBAL TV 11 News.
You know, this hasn't been a very good weekend for Hillary Clinton. She lost all of the nominating contests that were held this weekend, including the main caucus today. She also lost her campaign manager, but you wouldn't know the campaign was on shaky ground if you were here at Bowie State University today. She got a huge roar from the crowd when she stepped onto the stage. She was introduced by Governor Martin O'Malley. And she talked to this crowd in a more intimate setting. That's why she prefers these town hall meetings. The Clinton campaign has held 3 of these town hall meetings on this day. The first 2 were in Virginia. This is a setting where she can show her strengths, where she can talk about policy and really get to the heart of issues. And she tailored her stump speech here to the crowd at Bowie State University, talked about making college education more affordable, talked about government jobs, specifically the National Institute of Health and scientific research. She talked about her universal health care plan. She talked about the economy. And she drew some distinctions between herself and her competitors.
This Tuesday, Maryland gets to help pick a president. It matters this year more than ever. And everybody will be watching. What is the choice you have made? If you choose to pick a president who can be ready on day 1, if you choose to pick a Democratic nominee who has been tested and vetted and can go the distance against John McCain, then I promise you, I will work my heart out for you every single day. And when we're in the White House, we will once again make history for America.
So how will Hillary Clinton do in Maryland when voters cast their primary votes on Tuesday? The campaign acknowledges that Barack Obama does have the advantage in the Chesapeake primaries, and the pundits agree, saying they don't believe Clinton can win any state contest throughout the month of February. But the campaign machine grinds on. She will be meeting with voters at a GM plant tomorrow morning in White Marsh. Reporting from Bowie State University, I'm Kate Amara, WBAL TV 11 News.